Well, I don't know. What are you supposed to do when you want to have a guest on the old BRTV, but the government says you got to be socially distanced? I guess we'll talk about that on this edition of Padre Piper on BRTV.
Coming to you via the virtual airwaves of BRTV from the Big Easy in Louisiana, bringing you his philosophy and insight on life and all things pipe and premium tobacco related. Please welcome your host, Padre Piper.
There you are.
I don't know what to say. So we'll pretend, because I'm probably going to have to edit that
That's
it just
crazy.
all worked. That worked perfectly, didn't it? It was very smooth.
It did.
So,
Very smooth.
welcome. Is it Mark VV or is it the Briar Bothy, or is it
No, it's Mark
from the
VV
Briar
over the
Bothy,
Briar
Mark
Bothy.
VV?
Yes.
Is that the appropriate? So what that was the question, right? How do we do this socially distanced? And we might have found a way. How are you, Mark VV of the Briar Bothy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little bummed because I brought, you see, now you're just going to show me up and Phil's going to be mad at me because I don't have the swag. I brought some of my coffee mugs home to be washed in BRTV.
For the first time this year?
Actually, it's probably a little more than a year. So I'm in this kind of Christmassy looking thing of peace, joy, love, and family. So here's to you, Mark VV, for being part of my virtual family with your BRTV mug. So, gosh, we've been meaning to do another video for BRTV for quite some time. And
It has been a while.
apparently there's like a pandemic thing going on. And you know how that is. Do you know how that is? What is everybody in your
First time for everything.
is everybody in your family okay?
Well, we think that we've actually had it.
Really? Can you prove
Yeah,
it?
Laura. Well, she tested positive for antibodies, so the test that she took was specific enough to say with reasonable certainty that she's had it and fought it off.
Well,
and
that would be good news, right?
yes,
Because then you would
so
you'd have the
we-
antibodies.
we've all been exposed. We think our youngest is fighting it off currently.
The infant? Lucy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I did not discuss this with you prior, but yes.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Is she sick?
Yeah. No, she has a little nocturnal cough.
Okay. And it's not
Yeah,
your pipe
so
smoking
she's-
that's causing that.
No.
Okay. And we know that to be factual.
No.
No. We don't know that you're not giving her a nocturnal cough because you're like 5 feet away from her room smoking pirate cake.
Right. For the most part I smoke outside. Now today is a special occasion.
Are you distanced from her at the moment?
Yes, she's in the other room,
Far, far away.
far away.
All right, good. All right, so I have. Shall I start with, or do you want to go first?
By all means.
All right, so this is my Rossi Robino, which is a great smoker, and it's made. I have to say this: it's made by Savinelli, and it smokes as good as any Savinelli I have, but it cost me a lot less. So that's a good thing, right? And I'm smoking in it today something that I think I had in my last YTPC video, which is that Sutliff. I think it's 507. It's that long
Yeah.
Virginia flake. And it's so tasty. And I've just been enjoying it. So that's what I'm going to enjoy today as we chat. Do you mind if I loosen up a little bit here?
Get comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am.
Oh, and so you share with us what you're going to have.
I'm sure I'm going to get hazed again, so
Well, that's That goes without being said.
Smoking my one of my Ardors.
Yeah. So what does that
Because
one
I'm
bring
rich.
you? About 5,000.
I have some. Actually, I have some.
Right after I just said, because this is cheaper than a Savinelli, and you come up with a $5,000 pipe. Ooh, does that say 17?
Yeah, it's about 2 years, 3 years old.
So that's the original recipe.
That's the OG. Got McClelland in it.
I'm
That's
doing that.
ridiculous.
I'm doing that because I think you're contagious with your $5,000 pipe, and I wish we could get a room note going on here, socially distanced, because that Green Dragon is good stuff. The old edition is really good, but you know what? I've had the new edition too. I also find it very good, and I think it's a fairly close match. Have you had the new one? The Post
Yes.
McClellan? Did you find it to be a good match?
Yes.
Yes, as did I. So that's a shout out to JDC, John David Cole. I'm going to go ahead and light mine up. And
How's the smell-o-vision working?
Phil's still working on smell-o-vision. Oh, this is so good. I'm telling you, this is really a good bulk flake. So,
Notice I'm using a mini Acolyte lighter.
wow. On the one day that I actually have a real pipe lighter with me. I'm impressed, and I would suspect that Blue Dog is now going to give you crud rather than me. And that's
Well
good
deserved.
news. That's good news. So, we put a couple of hours of show prep into this today.
We did. We talked over text message and video conferencing all morning.
That's a lie. We have no show prep other than about 5
No.
minutes before we threw
Not
the
at all.
switch. But I did tell you that I was going to tell a story today about how I'm a hero. Did you know I'm a hero?
You're my hero.
Well, thank you. Let me tell you my hero story. I'm driving to church today, and just for the viewers, our church, the front property is on a kind of a major thoroughfare with 2 lanes going this way, a drainage canal, and then 2 lanes going the other way. So I'm coming from the other direction, have to take a U-turn to come into the parking lot of the church. And as I'm in that U-turn, I see something up in the road almost directly in front of the church. And you know what it is?
No, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
I'm going to tell you what it is. It's one of God's living creatures. It's a turtle, a kind of a big turtle, like the size of a cigar box. And I just know it's going to get hit. So, it's already made its way across 1 full lane. And I kid you not, it's in the center. Like, the little stripes that differentiate the 2 lanes. So he's in like
Sure.
and he's heading back toward that little drainage canal. And I'm like, oh, good. He's going to get hit. So I hurry up and pull into the parking lot. In the meantime, this lady comes from the other direction, like driving the wrong way. And she pulls into the parking lot. And she's like, are you going to go rescue the turtle? And so I did. I went and picked up the turtle and I put him over on the water side. So, and then she called me a hero.
You are a hero, a gentleman, and a scholar.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Now, can you top that? What kind of day are you having?
Pretty tame so far. I haven't really done much. I've done schoolwork for the eldest child. Cleaned up a lot, spit up.
Schoolwork and spit up. I mean, that's good stuff. And are you becoming proficient in the oldest child's schoolwork? Like, are you now relearning, second grade math?
There is some common core aspects of things that I'm having to
It doesn't sound
become acquainted
encouraging.
with.
Common
No,
Core doesn't sound encouraging at all.
no.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, let's talk pipes for a moment. So I was on a little bit of a fast from buying stuff over Lent. And when
Right.
Easter came, I just I bought stuff again. Shouldn't have, but I did. And I don't know that I can tell you what I bought. That you buy on a whim. And I'll tell you one thing. I got suckered into PNC's sale on the Norman Rockwell ashtray. So I have one of
I
those.
feel like you get suckered into PNC deals a lot.
I kind of do. I think they are expert with marketing. I think they kind of, if they're watching, don't take this the wrong way. If you want to sponsor me, I can be bought. I think they suck at customer service, like getting stuff to you in one piece. But they're very good at marketing. So I am now the proud owner of that Norman Rockwell ashtray, which I didn't buy the winter one because it was ice hockey. And I can't really relate to ice hockey because I live in the deep south. And I don't even remember what the spring one was that I bought. I opened it, looked at it, and went, oh, that's great, but I've not done anything with it. So
Of course you haven't.
I'm buying more useless crap. That's what this is really boiling down to. It's kind of like buying more tobacco. Like when you've already got a cellar full of tobacco that would last you if you were a Hindu, it would last you into multiple future lives. But I'm not Hindu, so I'm not going to have multiple future lives. And I don't know whether or not God allows smoking a pipe in heaven where I'm going. But you can't take it with you. So I've just got, why buy more? But yet I do.
I remember right before Lent, or like when Lent started, I told you I'm going to go on a buying fast. Except if
You
something
had to put an
special
asterisk,
comes
huh?
out.
What was the exception?
If something special comes out.
Something special comes out. Like,
And literally the next week, something special came out.
what was it?
I think it was the Smoking Pipes 20th anniversary pipes from Savinelli,
Yeah.
which I could show you. It's gorgeous.
You have it handy?
It's right over on the other side of the room.
Well, I think you should go grab it. And now we can talk about him while he's not here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. I have that problem with filtering thoughts. I don't filter thoughts very well, and I'll say stuff out loud. This is totally unrelated, but I am easily distracted, and I just realized I have bad hair. I mean really bad hair because I can't get a haircut. Now you, on the other hand, you got a haircut.
From my wife.
But it turned out really well.
It did.
So, my sexton, he shows up because he's part of the little team that shows up on Sunday morning and helps us live stream Holy Eucharist. He operates cameras. And he had a wonderful haircut. I'm like, how did you get a haircut? And he's like, my wife. And I'm like, how is it, I know two people who have really good haircut outcomes from a spouse. I think that's actually quite a little blessing because, I don't know. I'm thinking the average guy, first of all, is not going to trust his wife. I don't know. But congratulations, you have a good haircut. This is probably not what folks were wanting to hear us talk about. So I want to see the pipe. But go ahead because you went, but
what I was going to say is that I had a lot of guidance from my stylist who had texted, and I said, hey, what settings would you use on a razor? And she's like, just 6 on the top, 4 on the side, you'll be fine. So that's what I did.
So that's like a trade secret that she shared with you.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, you have no reason to go back to her now.
No, but I will.
I would, and here's why. If you were ever like in need of a haircut and it so happens that you just had some kind of a spat with the wife, dude, she could mess you up for weeks to come.
She could.
That's a lot of power.
So the pipe
So the pipe.
is a 7LE. I think it's a Jubileo de Oro. So they come in. It's not just like a regular pipe box. It comes in this really nice.
Holy smoke! That is a nice box.
Magnetic.
What? That's like a little coffin for a hamster.
You could. It doubles.
I'm thinking like, could somebody sew up a little funeral pall to put on top of it, and I could do like hamster funerals or something.
You could. So you got the little magnetic.
Wow.
And have you ever seen a 7LE that comes in a cloth bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty standard, though. Isn't that the regular Savinelli bag?
No.
No?
No, they come in like a little vinyl cloth thing. I don't know what it's called.
All right. For comparison's sake, I just happen to have this sitting on my desk. That's a typical cardboard Savinelli box.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's
this is a nice.
That's
cloth.
like an artisan's bag.
Yeah, drawstrings and everything. Yeah.
And I don't normally save the boxes, do you?
This box I'm going to save.
I would. I don't know why I have this one. This is my Oceano. I don't know why I still have it, but so you're gonna reveal the pipe now.
Yes.
You're doing that like we should be playing stripper music or something. Ooh, that's an author.
It's an author. Yeah.
It's a KS. What's the number for that? The 5
No, 320.
320. I make stuff up.
It's got a nice
560,
little
320.
engraving on the back. You probably can't see it. It
No, what's it say?
says.
You're going
I
wrong.
almost
way.
got it.
Everything is opposite. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see it. Wow.
So
Now that was to commemorate what?
their 20th anniversary is just this year.
PNC?
No, SP, smoke pipes.
Oh, smoking pipes. Okay, well, smoking pipes has good customer service. So
Also comes with a
if they want to sponsor me, I'm available
matching
too.
chamber.
Well, that's really neat. And this happened during Lent.
Yes.
So you fasted from purchasing. And but let me give you a technicality. Did you order it on a Sunday?
No.
Well, you sinned, son. You want me to schedule out
yes.
some time for a sacrament of reconciliation here?
I can check my emails and make sure I ordered it on a Sunday.
Well, I'm only saying that because, some people will use the technicality that Sundays during Lent don't count toward the 40 days. And
okay.
That's the beautiful thing about if you want to be a legalistic Christian, you can always find a loophole. I don't think
Trade
that's
secret.
how God intends it, but that is a nice pipe, though. And that was, I'm assuming the marketing on it was limited edition. Get yours now while you can.
Well, I think they made 100 some odd pipes.
In each shape?
10 of them. I think they were all authors.
Oh, okay.
But I believe like 6 of them were the sandblasted Jubileo de Oro, or like 4 of them were, and then like 2 of them were smooth. And I think they had like 3 or 4 that were Punto de Oros, but they have different grades of Briar.
Okay.
And then they have the regular, you know, Savinelli. Probably came in a box like what you have.
Because I'm poor.
Because it's the poor folks.
Because I'm not a banker.
I may not be soon either, so, you know.
I don't mean to laugh at that, but... Well, look, banks are, you know, essential businesses, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking you've got a job. Of course, that
Oh, well,
doesn't account for...
I can get another job.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a problem.
But the problem is, just for folks in the viewing audience, so they know that your wife works at a hospital, so she's really needed right now. And schools are closed, and you've got a school-age
Correct.
child, and you've got a newborn,
Right.
and daycares aren't open, and schools aren't open, so you really don't have much of a choice in taking
Right,
some
I
time
am home
off right now.
until something opens.
And then, you know, I mean, we're heading into summer, so stuff's not going to... In Louisiana, for folks who don't know this, the governor has just declared the school year over, essentially.
Right.
So school's not going to reopen till fall.
Right, we've paid our dues for summer camp, but we have still not heard anything as far as things being open.
Yeah.
So,
It's quite a mess. Quite a mess. So let me ask you this. This has nothing to do with anything other than, what do you think of the new, and this is a question for the folks, the tens and tens of people who watch this. What do you think of the new, what do you think of the new emoji on Facebook for this quarantine time? You know, the little emoji dude, he's holding the heart, which I was convinced, because I have crummy eyesight with little stuff, looking on a phone. When I first started seeing it pop up, I thought the emoji was vomiting blood. And I thought, that is a really disgusting... Who would use this and why? And then when my phone updated, I realized I had the choice too, and I magnified it. And that's when I found out it was a little emoji guy holding a heart. And he says, I care. Because we all care. Because we're all in lockdown. I know that was started out to be in the form of a question, but I really just wanted to vent for a moment. I don't like the emoji.
Sure.
I just don't like it. I still think from
My
a
favorite
distance, it looks like he's vomiting blood. So.
I think it looks like he's hugging a butt.
Hugging a what? A butt?
Hugging a butt.
Hugging a red butt?
Yeah, red butt.
Okay. I mean, you're entitled to that opinion. That's fine. For the right price, I'll edit that out, but that's fine. So, let me ask you this on a more serious note about our hobby.
Sure.
Isn't this month supposed to be something to do with more FDA stuff coming down, or did I imagine that? May 2020, wasn't that supposed to be significant with deeming?
I believe so, but I don't know.
What part of it?
You jog my memory.
Yeah. And I haven't noticed anything in social media making reference to it. And that's why I'm just kind of wondering if maybe it got moved again, or maybe I'm in imagination world, or I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably not on the docket for important things. But
One would think so, that with a pandemic on our hands, that the FDA could find better things to do than to come after pipe smokers.
Right.
One would think.
But that's when they love to like shove things into bills that shouldn't be in a bill.
Well,
You know.
welcome to the politics. All right. So what's on your mind today? I've shared with you my hero story. I have shared with you my dislike of the new Facebook emoji. I've shared with you the reality that I need a haircut. I probably should throw in there the fact that I'm going to get hate mail from Sir James because I haven't shaved. And there was one other thing that I wanted to say I shared with you, but it doesn't matter. What's on your mind, Mark VV?
Well, I'm just super proud that I have my BRTV mug.
Rub that in.
I did want to ask you, did you get any of the new Carolina Red Flake with Freak?
I did. I did get a couple of tins of that. Have you
tried
you've
it
got
yet?
yours jarred, so does that mean have you tried it?
I have.
And how is it?
It's delightful.
You know, that was another one, these small batch. And look, I like C&D. But this small batch thing really does feed into the frenzy of like,
Oh, yeah.
right? Got to get it before it all sells out. And I swore I wasn't going to fall prey to that anymore, but I bought some. So there you
I think I
go.
got like 5 tins of it.
Did you say 5 cases?
Oh, no, wait. That's what I'm leading into. So I got 3 tins of it from Smoker Pipes.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, I probably should get some more. So then I bought some from Tobacco Pipes with the addition
by the way-
of something in my cart.
By the way, let me interrupt you because I'm impulsive
Sure.
like that and I'm rude. I have been really enjoying purchasing from Tobacco Pipes out of
Yes.
Florida because I guess geographically they're very close and I get my stuff quickly. And you know what? It doesn't
Yeah,
come
like 2
dented.
days.
It doesn't come dented. It doesn't come beat up.
Right.
So if they want to sponsor me, I'm open also. You see how I've done that? I've offered this to smoking pipes, tobacco pipes, pipes and cigars, who I just ragged on. By the way, John David, you know, Country Squire want to sponsor me. I don't even know what sponsor means. Like, send me free stuff? I don't know what this means. But anyway, go ahead. So you ordered some. It sounds like you split your order.
Well, no, I added. I wanted to order something very specific. But I was
But
like,
you're
well,
not going
let
to
me
share
throw in
with us
2
what that
tins.
is?
I am.
Okay.
If you just be quiet.
Oh, I'm going to mute myself. Oh my Lord. Ow. That's awful. What possessed you?
Oh, yes.
For those who don't know what that is baconed old fashioned, which is
Right.
that historically awful mess that I purchased on a whim and sent to John Harden, our dear late friend Matches 860, who every year would smoke it and give us these ghastly looks. And then
Well,
he
we are
sent
gonna
it
smoke this.
shortly before his passing. He sent it over to Artful Codger, who polished
probably
it off.
loves it.
He loved it. He polished it off. So why did you buy
Probably mix it with Paladin
that? Mixture 79.
or Velvet.
So what was the motivation behind getting that?
Well, John.
Oh, that's nice. You're gonna
and
you making
I
a pilgrimage
think
to
we're gonna
his?
smoke this.
You're gonna make a pilgrimage to his grave and have a bowl, or what are you doing?
Well, no, but me and you were gonna smoke it.
I don't think so. Look, are you talking about like for July 4th we're going to do this as a tribute to John? I think it's a wonderful idea. But I'm going to tell you how it's probably going to play out. Whether, even if we're not socially distanced anymore, I'm going to find an excuse to do it in this manner. And I'll say, yeah, of course, Mark, I loaded my bowl with that crap. And I'm going to smoke something enjoyable and just let you think I'm smoking that crap.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. But I thought it would be fun and fitting
Yeah.
to do a little tribute to John with big and old fashioned.
And have you opened the jar?
Oh yeah.
So does it have that top layer? Does it have like a banana peel
big-
or something? Like a big piece
big
of
chunky
something?
leaf of yeah.
Yeah, that was god awful too. I remember that. You
You're
got to
not
go
supposed to
the
eat
other
it.
way to show it. You were off screen. Got to stay in the box.
I'm trying.
I know. There, yeah. I thought it was bigger than that. I thought it was like a.
Well, there's came in pieces.
Okay. How's it smell?
I mean, it smells good. It has kind of a citrusy, orangey kind of.
With some bacon grease in the background?
Yeah, I mean, no. It just, yeah.
You are going to smoke that in a corn cob or clay, right?
Right. We could use our clays.
We could use. That's right. For those, I think was that our last video?
Yeah.
It was my birthday video. Was
Yeah.
that on BRTV or that on YTPC?
That was on BRTV, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, because allegedly clays don't coast.
Oh, and last thing I wanted to talk about was I did tell you that I got, or maybe I didn't. I don't know.
It's your story, dude.
I got some more
Oh yeah,
Bothy Flake.
which I didn't like, which is why I gave you my tin, even though it was a little dried out when I gave it to you.
This is your tin.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going
Did you
to take
rehydrate
this.
it?
I finally got some. Well, I finally got some distilled water, so I can rehydrate it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my next task, is to rehydrate this. But I figured if I'm going to be called the Briar Report, I should have some Bothy Flake.
Well, have you smoked it?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little different. I mean, it's got. Let me put a coat on that. Initially, when I first tried it, I didn't like it. But I didn't like Lakeland at that time.
Okay.
But then you got me into
Grousemore?
Skiff Mixture.
Yeah, but skiff mixture
Yeah,
doesn't have a
Grousemore.
strong lake. Skiff mixture doesn't have a strong Lakeland to me.
No, but it's
Grousemore
there.
does. Grousemore's it's in
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah.
So you went back
Bothy
to
is
it.
like, right, so I went back to it, and Bothy's kind of like an English with a Lakeland essence to it, and it's quite nice once you get used to it.
You know, that brings up a good point, which I heard Artful Codger talking about some time back. And there's some truth to this, that if you commit to a blend, meaning first time having it, go ahead and smoke it through. Like, make that your go-to blend for the next 12 pipefuls or the next week or whatever it's going to be. You can learn to like something. Just because you're put off by it the first time, you don't know. It could be that you got something lingering on your palate from lunch, or it could be the pipe you used, or so he makes a very good point. And I have noticed that I've gone back to some blends and said, I wonder why I didn't like this. Now there are some that I've gone back to and said, why did I go back to that? I know I didn't like it. And you know which one of them is for me? Oh yeah, that one. But I'm also thinking of one that you gave me. That is it called Distinguished Gentleman? Did you give me that?
Oh, yeah.
A big tub of it?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. It's got a chemical aftertaste. And about every 6 months, I come across it and go, you know what, I'm going to try it again. And I'm still disappointed. You looked over your shoulder. Is your kid waking up?
No, she's in another room. This room is, I have the door closed.
You're going a little freezy on me.
Uh-oh.
Did the world end where you are? Do I need to be worried about that I'm the one left behind? Were you taken up into a cloud just now? Are you with me? He's gone. I can still see a little in the corner. There he is. You're freezy. What's going on?
I don't know. My signal's good.
Okay. You're bouncing all over the place at the moment. Maybe it's my signal. I don't know. We're gonna. I
You
guess
can
we'll find
edit
out.
this out.
Yeah. No, there. You're there. Your sound is fine. Your sound is fine. So I don't know how long we've been at this, and I don't know if it's time to draw it to a close. I don't know that if we got to everything we wanted to talk about. I will say this: there's a guy named John. Last name is, help me out.
There we go.
John.
John Harden?
No, the guy that won the BRTV
Oh.
giveaway that we did. I friended him on Facebook, and I got his address, and I've yet to make it to the post office to send him his winnings. He's getting what's left over of the English sampler from Boswell, which piping artist Steph sent me some masks, and I'm sending her something too. I'm sending her some prayer beads that I made. In fact, they're right here. And
These are nice.
they're beautiful, if I must say so myself. And I've got another little treat I'm sending, and I've yet to make it to I've got to do that. I've got to get to the post office today or tomorrow and get these in the mail to these people. They're going to think I'm like, lying to them or something. So what is John's name though? John Jackson? It's like a
John Jackson.
No, not Joe Jackson. But at any rate,
John Jackson.
Is it John Jackson?
I believe so.
Okay, well, John, if you're watching, I promise it's coming. And now, as we wrap up this video, my secretary's coming in. So, no, she just said, sorry. So, I guess it's probably a good time. Oh, now she's closing the door. She probably doesn't want to smell the pipe smoke. Hey, so probably as good a time as any to say that we have logically reached the conclusion of this, or have we?
Yes.
Is your kid going to be waking up soon?
She's magically still asleep.
That's wonderful. All right. So did you get to everything you wanted
You
to
picked a
get
good
to?
time. What's that?
You got to all the stuff you wanted to get to and talk about?
I think so. I believe so.
All right.
For
Well,
now. I mean, I can make up some stuff if you want.
I think we should save it for the next video.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to let Phil know we've got a video for BRTV.
He'll be super excited. Smell-o-vision as well.
I don't know. I might not even have a spot on BRTV anymore. It's been that long.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll go ahead and close this out.
About that.
For Mark VV of the Briar Bothy, this is Padre, wishing you and yours. You're not going to finish it for me. You usually mock
God's
me.
peace, grace,
Why do you mock me when I
and
say that?
blessings.
Wishing you and yours God's peace, peace, grace, and blessings. I can say it too.
I will.
All right. I'm gonna stop. Bye.